Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I figured I just want to sit down and share with you guys what's been new, what I'm working on, if you can't already tell, like my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII. I'm currently recording about an hour's worth of footage, about a night, and I'm basically backing that up on a DVD so that once I get about 3 or 4 hours worth of footage, I can actually go back and edit all those videos and then have plenty of videos to upload daily. So that's what I'm doing with my Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, Project 7 if you will. My goal for tonight is to get through the Sector 7 Pillar section, because I'm in the train graveyard right now. I want to maybe possibly get to Shinra HQ, and definitely by tomorrow evening I want to make sure I get through the entirety of Midgar and be out on the world map finally. So that way next week I can get working on like the Calm Flashback, the Marshes, the Mithra Mines, Fort Condor, Junian, possibly getting on the cargo ship and going to the Costa del Sol. I've made a few mistakes here and there, considering I'm doing everything off the top of my head. I'm not even following my own guide, which, speaking of that, hold on, let me grab it. I have printed out nicely in I printed it out as best I can. This is before I've corrected all the errors. And I'm not using it for the most part, so I'm basically doing everything off the top of my head, and as such I've made some mistakes, very simple ones. I had a little bit of trouble with the emulator I'm using because I own the game on I have, for the PlayStation Network, I have it on my PSP, I have the actual greatest hits version of the game, I have ISOs of my game, I have an emulator that I use, so I have plenty of copies of the game and I'm using the emulator, which is best for the things that I do, especially for the Let's Plays, because I have video recording software that helps, especially with the quality that I'm able to produce these Let's Plays with. But I'm getting sidetracked. The issue was, for whatever reason, I don't know if I pressed a button on accident, but the brightness, like this little indicator on the bottom, real bottom right hand side of the screen popped up, and hopefully it doesn't interfere. Hopefully, I'm getting all flustered here. I'm hoping that it's at a point where I wasn't talking and nothing was really going on since I wasn't moving around. I can just cut that out. But that remains to be seen. I did make a mistake that I've never made before due to the time constraints of making some mistakes, especially using the keyboard. And I'm quite surprised at the outcome, considering I've never actually failed before. But you'll see that in the videos. Let's see, that's Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, my own game that I've been working on. I've got some doodles down as to what I wanted to go with graphically with the game. Since I am making everything from scratch, the sprites and music and all that, I had to have a really concrete idea in my head to be able to know what direction I want to go with and how to create it on the computer. So that's taking a lot longer than I thought, but it's a little bit on the back burner right now, but I'm hoping to get more work on that later. But before I go, just want you guys to know that I'm doing a lot of my Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, trying to get as much done as possible, as quickly as possible. And aside from my own video game, the only other thing I want to talk about on this one, I decided just to do it in this video log, I bought new games. I'll start with the ones I can't show you, which are for the PlayStation Network. I purchased Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm playing through that sparingly. I'm enjoying it for the most part. I've never played a Castlevania game before, but I hear Symphony of the Night is one of the best. But let's move on. A little while ago, I purchased Mario Kart 64. Really haven't got as much use out of it as I thought I would, But apparently the person who owned it before me unlocked everything, so there's really nothing to do other than just race when you want to. And brings back a lot of memories. And it was pretty cheap too, so I'm glad I got it. But this is an item that I'm surprised to find in such good quality for the price I paid for it. It's about $10 to $15 more than I wanted to, but I couldn't finagle the price down. I couldn't bargain with the seller. But quite possibly the greatest interaction I've ever had with any kind of thing on eBay. The seller went above and beyond what was necessary. I was going out of town for a family reunion, which is why it's been taking me so long to get this video log up, and as well as my review of 3D.Game Heroes, which I'm about to do. But he went above and beyond. He waited a few days to ship so that it would arrive at my house on time by the time I got back, which it did, although we had our mail on hold, so I had to go to the post office. No big deal. He also, instead of shipping this in the typical bubble wrapped media mail crap, which can typically end up damaging the games that they're sent through, he bubble wrapped the inside of the game as well as the outside and put it in a box with Fragile. So he got to me expediently quick, and it's in such great condition. I don't know if the discs have been resurfaced or not, but I'm assuming they haven't, and they're in near perfect condition. The case is in perfect condition. Nothing's wrong with it. Manual's in good condition, and I am so glad to finally get this for the price I did. It's Final Fantasy VII, the black label. No cracks on the case, like I said. Game discs are all there, black label. They're seemingly unscathed. I don't think they've been resurfaced. I don't know if you can tell if they've been resurfaced, but that's not why this is so important to me. I own the greatest hits version. You've seen my game collection from my PlayStation 1. What makes this one so special? And I don't know if you can see this very well. Let's see. Can you see it? Probably not very well. It is the misprinted Final Fantasy VII Black Label, one of basically the first batch of Final Fantasy VII games that came out had this misprint where the I in Masterpiece is juxtaposed above the R in Master in Masterpiece. So to find this for the price I did, that was under $100, that wasn't sealed, going for like $450 on eBay, considering that you go on there now, there's maybe 5 or 6 that are fairly cheap and in as good a condition as this. I'm very happy to acquire this. Makes my day. Wonderful collector's item. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to talk about, other than I'm going to be doing my review of 3D.Game Heroes. It's long overdue. And I'm going to get back to work on my Let's Play. Later.